Hello. I hope everyone is okay and you're either evacuated or in a safe spot. Hurricanes, if you've never been through one before, can be really scary with all the uncertainty. But from what I hear, all the students are evacuated or you guys are in shelters, which is a really good thing. So that's the most important thing, that you guys are safe and sound. So what are we going to deal with when we have to come back and what's going on right now? The first thing you should know is, because we're basically losing a week of school, the due dates for all of our current assignments are going to be shifted by 1 week. So let me show you the assignment schedule. What do I mean by that? Well, basically this week is cleared and everything just gets moved down to next week. So the first assignment that's due, activity 1, we've already handed in. The first activity, homework 1, will be due on the 12th, okay? I am not going to extend the schedule past the first week, because the wild card right now for us, as far as our classes go, is when the makeup classes are going to be scheduled. So we have to have makeup classes for each class we scheduled. Those will be on the weekends, and the university has not released what that's going to be. So the first week after we come back, they should tell us, and then after they tell us, I will adjust the schedule accordingly. Now, some people asked about homework 1, so we already know at this point when homework 1 is going to be due. But as a general rule, and I want to kind of explain this to you, as a general rule, no homework will be due at least one class period after we finish covering the material. Okay, so if you go back to the assignments, right, you can see that we finish chapter 2 on a Tuesday. Homework 1 is due the following Thursday. And so a good rule of thumb when you're doing the homework is to start the homework when we start the chapter. Okay, so homework 1, I opened up when we started the chapter. Save it. You won't necessarily be able to do all the homework after the very first class, right? Especially if the material kind of extends to another day, like here, okay? So start the homework, read the notes, read the book, start the homework, save it, so that if there are certain questions you can't answer because we haven't covered the material yet, right, you can then go back and complete after we do it. And that way you won't be doing the homework at the last minute and be overburdened. You'll be kind of pacing your work, kind of spacing things out. If you see things on the homework that we covered but you still don't understand, you actually have a class period in which to ask questions, right? So you want to kind of work smart on the homework here. The quizzes will not be given until the homework on that material is finished and turned back to you. So if you look at quiz 1, which will be on chapter 2 in our old schedule, it's not until after you've got feedback from homework 1 back, which is that Thursday. No exam is given until after all the homeworks and the activities for that relevant material have been graded and returned to you. Okay, if you look at the schedule, you'll see it reflects that. What can you do in the meantime? Okay, well, first of all, read chapter 2 if you haven't already. Start the homework. I've actually changed homework 1 now so that you have an unlimited amount of time. You can go back and save it, work on it if you want to. Okay, start to read chapter 3, and I'm going to post activity 2 today. If you want to, you can read it and start to work on it. Now, here's the reason why I bring up these 2 things. Obviously, we haven't covered them yet, right? But the thing you want to bear in mind is that when we come back, we're going to have these makeup classes. And so things are going to be a little compressed, right? We're going to be covering a lot of material in a shorter amount of time. So kind of the smart thing to do if you have a little bit of time is to try to work ahead a little bit. That way you'll be prepared. When we cover this stuff, you won't have to work quite as hard. I'm going to try to hold virtual office hours this Wednesday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's done with a conference option on Canvas. I'm going to figure out how to do that. And I should send a quick email out by 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to tell you how to do that if you want to participate or ask questions. And finally, I'm going to put up probably one video just summarizing chapter 2, because it's a really important chapter, and it's one that a lot of the concepts in that chapter people aren't particularly familiar with thinking that way, and it's going to pretty much lay the foundation for everything we do in class. Remember, big picture of statistics, everything's interrelated, so the first step is kind of the foundation. Okay, I think that's pretty much for right now. If you have any other questions, of course, ask, and I'll keep you posted as changes occur, but I don't think anything major is going to occur until we get back and the university tells us when our makeup dates are going to be. So stay safe, enjoy yourself, and I hope everyone is okay.